what you're about to receive. Girl. And if you're a man who wears lip gloss or mascara or really just have really good suits, and I mean tasty suits, hi, this is real. I am real. This video is even realer than me. And I wish there was sometimes a time where I wasn't real or truthful and honest, but as you can see on my chin, I'm very truthful and honest. Otherwise, I won't stand like this. And I'm not standing, but I could. I could. I could be standing and you would have no idea that I am. Watch me. And I mean, really watch me. Okay, I mean, really subscribe, first of all. I would love for you to keep updated with the galactic news, okay, which is me spilling the tea that is involving all humans on this planet. I'm honest about that. I wouldn't even be here saying that if I did not mean that my words are for all humans. Do you think I just say that because I like saying that? I never just say anything for anybody or for no reason. I always say something because I have to. I always do something because I must. And if I don't, I wouldn't. What you are watching is the EMT notes of this week. So every Wednesday, I channel 7 notes from the Galactic Federation as the Galactic Activator. I was reading a notification, but this notification is really from somebody that always pops on my phone, but I've never met this person. I mean, I've met the person. I mean, I met their spirit, okay? And I spoke to them on text. But I never really saw them in real life. And when they were close to me, they always were separated. Like we were always separated before we could really like talk to each other or see each other. But I've always had this knowing with this person that we would always connect or come closer, and that would always move closer. But I've never even spoken to this person in real life. This is so interesting because I've always standing still behind this, but now I'm in front of it on the camera with tea. So like I wanted to say let me stop, but I'm not gonna stop because it is very significant for this reading right now because I just wanted to say that I wrote down 7 notes and I was channeling every 7 note, every note of the 7 with a own video and for this week because I'm supposed to go live with these every week and then dive into these, but I cannot go live yet on my YouTube channel, so I need 50 subscribers. And it's my birthday on 12 April, and if I cannot go live in 1 week, like, what's going on? It's really not me. It's not my magic. I know my magic works. Where are you? Why are all of you not working with my tasks? Where are you? So, before I got into that, I was still talking about that person that came on a notification. That person always comes on my notification when I'm launching a post or when I'm channeling the Galactic Federation, when the aliens are talking to me. Like, I'm always doing something alienated when they pop on my screen or when they like something on my social media or when they comment on my posts. And this person activated a lot in me. And I think that will evolve. I have a feeling it evolves. That everybody's evolving, even though they are choosing to separate themselves physically from me, like materialistically, you know? That's a choice. You choose to have a physical separation because you have space for it or no space for it. You have space to separate or you have no space to separate. Okay? But space is reason and meaning, and there's always something valuable in the separation of two souls. Maybe there's three souls that have a separation or more, but it's always between two or more. And there's a reason for it. So if there's growth necessary apart from each other to lean on yourself, then this is very necessary. All right. Everything that you do next to somebody or not close, not even close to somebody, it is necessary and highly important for whoever you get into contact with, okay? It is your job to stand for yourself and to follow your own being in whatever light you are flaming. You are moving as your light moves. All right? There's only your rotation that you follow. This candle wants to be in my hand right now. But maybe it also wants to be next close to the window. Then I move the flame to the window. So I have two notes, that the last two notes of the seven, that I am going to channel and dive very deep into. And I have no idea how long this video is gonna get, but I'm going to use some decks, some card decks, and I'm gonna be using my own designed oracle deck that I literally wrote down and channeled for each card 2 days ago. And we're gonna use another designed oracle deck that I made last night, literally 2 days in a row. I made them. It's crazy. But these are colored cards. So these are only the red cards in a really cute box. It's just so cute. And for now I have that. This card is gold, and the gold is for the purple. Because they literally had all the colors except purple. So instead of purple, which is the crown chakra, I chose gold. Alright, so I have every color except purple. So let's see if I can show you just one card. Just for now, because I love them. I just made them last night and they all had a different energy connected to the color of the chakra. And yeah, they were channeled by me. They were channeled by me and, well, everything that's alive. Opening to feel and to be makes you brave enough to show up. They can't touch your feelings if they aren't meant to, okay? But there's a message around it, okay? So I'm going to read it. They can't touch your feelings if they aren't meant to, but they did and should be punished without your permission for even allowing it. But if it is, it is. Will it? There's something in there that whatever you feel is for you. But I'm not going to use them now. I just wanted to show them to you that I was busy this weekend. For all of you, okay? I've been filming all week every day and I've been making these cards. I've been working on my case 777, that is an online investigation that I expose publicly, and the people that I'm investigating, I'm filming about them in this way. And simultaneously, I am helping every single person on the planet. Because as I expose them, I expose the psychological impact and I expose how we can use this knowledge and learn from people's mistakes. And I've been updating my website. So we have node number 6 and number 7. The earth knows the way. You don't. Let the earth show the way and follow. All right? This might just for you be like a quote or something. It is. It's a beautiful quote, but it carries meaning. And with that meaning, it carries a lot of knowledge and awareness that comes with it. So I will dive into these very deep and explain to you how we live by this and how the Galactic Federation wants us to live by this. And how God prefers to see us. Number 7 is, if you have given your expression, be proud, smile, a real, genuine smile, show your teeth, be great, praise God, and pray every new day. So these are the last 2 notes, but I'm not done. So you're gonna love them. That I know. That I know. The earth shows the way, you don't. Let the earth show the way and follow. All right. What am I going to start with? I'm going to start with tarot. Egyptian Art Nouveau tarot deck. Where is my Palo Santo? Hold on. Did I ever show you my tattoo? This was actually a cross, okay? And I had it for only 2 weeks. Like, not even. I think it was only there for not even a week. Okay, there was a cross here. But the cross was giving me anxiety. The cross was giving me like, I didn't felt safe with the cross on my skin. The moment I had it on my skin, I felt so invoked, maybe is a word, provoked. I felt like something was not right. That's just how I felt. It was not right. I felt I couldn't really understand it yet. But what I immediately could realize, sort of, was the cross was making me feel um, out of place. It was like, I don't need it. It was like, why would I need it? It was like, why do I need this on my skin? And then I knew. I already knew it when it was on my skin still, before I made a genderless body out of it. I just knew my past lives, my souls, my spirits. We carry this remembrance of fear and emotion and just a lot of negative experiences with crosses because we have been burned. A lot of witches have been burned on crosses for the purpose to punish us for good and bad reasons. So some of the reasons were righteous and some of the reasons were not righteous, okay? Which is why some sacrificed and some were against their will hung up. And this is why there's still understanding of me why people fear Jesus and why people fear a cross. And that's because that's because, hear me sounding like I have all the answers. Well, some of your answers I really do answer in this video. So everything I say in this video is very, very significant and highly important to somebody here that it carries value to. Somebody might fear crosses, and I'm here to let you know that I've been there. And this year I actually bought a cross for the first time in my life. Not the first time in my life that I've had one or hold one or used one or whatever, but this was the first time I chose to buy it for myself. So that was a big step. Like, that felt super magical. It felt like a gift to myself to always forgive my trespasses for myself, that I can always move on and grow with it, grow from it, grow to it. And that feels special. And that's also the love that Jesus gives. It feels as the same love that, not exactly the same, but it feels like a love that the Galactic Federation also gives me. This non negotiable love, this agreement that you don't even have to doubt because you chose to commit to having it in your life. You chose already to be loved. You chose already to be connected to it. as protection, as support, as insurance, light insurance. I cannot give you light insurance, but I can give you something else. Something that's more, what could I say? It is more unknown. I'm hearing that I've never seen anybody that has ever done this. Me, Red River, like I have never seen anybody doing this. And I'm hearing from the Galactic Federation that they're telling me there is no one who has ever done this. They chose me, but I heard them say, we chose you. So they chose me to be this. They chose me in this position as the Galactic Activator. It is my duty and my honor, and I highly say my honor because it is. It's been made clear to me, okay? I've gotten answers. I've been shown the truth. There's nothing, literally nothing, that can tell me otherwise because I've seen it. I know the truth. So you cannot tell me that I'm lying or that my life is a lie. Now, I can give you space insurance. Let me just. Sometimes I gotta pull my lashes up because they're so heavy. They're so heavy. It's been so clear to me. All right, I see crystal clear. Sometimes I still gotta put my lashes up because I am far beyond my future. I see far beyond the now, like today as now. I can see years from now. I can see years and years from now. I can see the future, the near future and the long future. That's not a secret, but I can give you something as assurance, an assurance to, well, live as your true self, to live in your purpose. And that can be multiple ways, but you have to figure out how you do that with me, okay? Because I am the one to give you space insurance. You're like, what? Space insurance? Yeah, I mean, real space insurance. But for this insurance, you don't have to pay health insurance stuff because it is space insurance. Space is empty, but we know it's not that empty. We just know it's full of light. So, that is what I want to assure you with, to be supported in the spirit, having telepathic guidance, which is not just my spirit, it is actually the Galactic Federation that assists me to do this, to give space insurance because they want to be here for us. They want to guide us. They don't want to keep hiding. Like, they don't want to keep in the dark. They don't want to be in the dark all the time. They want to connect. So, the way that they are protecting me, they want to do that for a lot more. And I'm hearing them say they promise that they won't cause you problems, but actually fixing them with you. Yo, that's a real big promise, okay? If somebody say that to you in real life, you can be very skeptical. You're dating somebody for 10 months, and after 3 months living together, you see that he doesn't even make breakfast. I'm just kidding, but it's a promise that you make, okay? And I feel like promises are made from the spirit. That's why people make fake promises or promises that don't work, because they see with the spirit that has a mission of a demon. So they follow the devil's voice. And if they would have a mission of God, then they would follow the right voice, because they don't have to lie in the spirit, because the spirit tells the truth. So if the spirit has a desire, it's not a fake promise. It was a real promise. But we all believed in something fake. I'm gonna make some more tea. Hold on. I'll be back. We are back with another cup. So cheers if you are drinking the same energy as I, because you don't need to be involved in anything I do, but you can be involved with anything I talk about. If I talk about some kind of energy or a person that is exactly like you or like your person, then excuse me. Well, excuse you. This might be your energy that I'm burping. Just to say that I might be channeling your energy, your darkness, your shadows, your princesses in the spirit that you don't see happening right now, because you will see this video tomorrow and you won't even know it. But it's possible that you might feel something. Something. Maybe your guides, your spirit guides, telling you that there's a message on the way for you, or that they are busy, that they are on their way to deliver you a message, okay? They're very creative and trickery. So I've been talking for half an hour. So I think it's time to get some cards going. Um, Usually I grab these first, but I'm going to start with my own deck. Hold on. I'm going to start with my own design deck first, which is, I don't know how to name them yet, but it's going to be something like Galactic Messages. It sounds boring, but Galactic Messages. And then I'm going to have all different kind of galactic messages. So I'm going to have a bigger staple. I want to have like this big, so I'm gonna make more and more. And I'm gonna use this also, the colored ones. I could put them together, but it won't make sense because these are really connected to the chakra and these are galactic, just connected to all chakras, you could say. We know that you know. We know that you know. stay safe. And stay out of it, okay? Somebody has to stay out of it. And somebody knows that you know. So you might be knowing something. I'm actually channeling the earth knows the way, you don't let the earth show the way. So everything I'm talking about is going to reflect whatever you do, whatever the world around you does, whatever is materialistically being expressed, and what is spiritually being suppressed. Okay? And the last note is about giving your expression. So, in any way, I'm going to express what this means without knowing the way. And this will all explain how the earth guides us. And we do not completely guide the earth because we do it all together. And you got to stay out of that. If it's not your business, if it's not your tree, you shouldn't touch it. You shouldn't be involved with the tree if it's not yours to eat, if it's not yours to plant, if it's not yours to grab or grasp. Because it's not your tree. Somebody owns the land, or somebody has literally planted it and grew it and is taking care of it and nurturing it. Or the tree is being harvested to sell, to consume the village or the whole country or the whole planet. Whoever is taking care of that tree, you should stay out of it or be a healthy part of it. And we have this one at the bottom of the deck. Why not? And why you should or should not. You gotta stay out of a tree that's not yours to take care of. Your tree is your tree because you are meant to own the tree, okay? It's your duty, it's your destiny. You have been signed to that tree to be part of that tree, to be part of taking care of that tree, to actually be the tree. In some form, you gotta be thinking like the tree. Like, you cannot feed the tree anything, and I mean, you cannot feed the tree any kind of water, just any water, for it to grow. Okay, the rain falls out of the sky and the rain pours on the trees and the trees grow. What if there is no rain? What if there is no water? Are you going to pee on the trees? I'm not saying trees don't agree. I'm not saying trees don't survive with pee, but I know humans can survive with pee. Okay, that's not completely true because they're actually dying. People who do drugs, who are actually addicted to it, they who don't have money to pay for drugs, they drink their own pee. I'm serious. They drink their own pee to get high again of the drugs that they just peed out. I've heard a comedian say that on a comedian stage. And she brought it up in a funny way, but I can only imagine that her pain, she had to turn it into sounding like a joke, because you don't joke about that. You don't play with stories like that because she uses it now for pain. Because the joke pays better and it sounds better than crying it or just screaming it at people. Because she made art out of her pain. And that is her story. I hope she doesn't do drugs anymore. And that all of this wasn't for nothing. And that I get to share this about this person in the hope that she's actually alive and seeing this. In the hope that she might think that she could and would never do it again, because she now knows it doesn't make her better, it makes her sick. She tried to kiss you. When somebody tries to touch you, when you try to touch something, you can have for sure contact. You can have physical contact. And if you're meant to have physical contact, you will. You will. I wasn't meant to show you yet. You will have physical contact if you are meant to. But if you're not meant to have any physical touch with somebody, you will not have it. Because there is no connection to you in that way. If you are, you will attract it because your body is magnetically attracting whatever's trying, well, to kiss you, but you can see kissing as touching energetically. It can be an energy, but some people don't keep it like that. Some people don't keep it for energy. Some people don't stop touching energetically before they have had a physical touch. Because they are having a goal already. They are thinking goal oriented because they have a purpose with that person. And that's not always physical. Sometimes that's just energetically. But you do not live energetically without the turning on of your sexual energy, which is living inside of your body and not outside. And I don't care how long your penis is. Your actual sexual energy is not that piece of flesh. It is your energy. So if you use your energy well, you are destined to win. Because if you do use your energy well, you were meant to win, and tomorrow too. And it doesn't really matter, like I said, how long your penis is, and even as a woman, how long your dildo is, or whatever you put anywhere. I don't care how long anything is. I don't care how big you are. I don't even care what you look like. And I also don't even care what you sound like. Because if your energy is saying that you are right, and I'm bloody serious right now, if your energy is saying that you are right, you still can be wrong. You still can be wrong because your energy speaks for you. And you don't always speak for your energy because your energy already has a direction to go, which means it has a mission. But if your mission is right, you have everything to be right about. But if you are not right, you will see that. And it might not matter to you what anybody does behind your back, but it does matter to me, and I care about it. So if something is happening, I want to tell you, and I want to tell you right away. And maybe I'm 2 weeks before, maybe I'm 2 weeks late, but it doesn't really matter because I know that you already know what I'm telling you. You already know. And what you always must know and remember is the longer you watch my videos, the more personal they are going to get. Because I will dive deeper into the galactic energy. So some words that I say might be only for 2 people, but the story around the message is truly galactic. So there is something valuable in that information. By the way that I'm channeling it makes it personal. But the way that I'm channeling it is different. Let's continue with the colored deck, okay? I'm gonna call them something like alien color scan oracle or something like that. I don't know. Something with colors and aliens, okay? Oh, actually, this is a green card. There are 3 green cards in this one. Another or your only green card. You will have a visitor very soon. They will tell you what's up, okay? Regarding to your light, your life, heart, relationship, family, project, house, or business. Of course, I am suppressing something. God is pressing on it. We all are pressing on something, which is our purpose. We are meant to pressure and feel pressure in our purpose. I don't mean feel pressure in feeling the pressure in the form of stress, but I truly mean pressure like you're being pressured like a diamond. You're being formed like a diamond, and this is the pressure. Because you can only turn out once. You can only turn out in one way, which is how God wants to see you. So you might think you know the way, but God is hiding something from you. So you might think you know, but you might be actually far, far by knowing, far from knowing, because you're so lost. And that's when people start acting out of character. And they do things that are interesting because they bring up questions and they want meaning and answers to those questions, which is why they start acting out of character, because it brings them more into character. Okay, all these cards came out. There are 6 cards for us. The first one is red. Respect is not given. Oh, wait, that's actually not what I wrote. Respect is not asked for, it is given. Because you know how to give it to the ones you know deserve it. Respect is not asked for, it is given because you know how to give it to the ones you know deserve it. Because the people that you know are the people that show you who they are. They show themselves, their face to you. They take off and they put on their own mask. They talk with their own voice. And they look to you with their own eyes. So they know who they are. They show their skin and what's underneath it. And if they don't show their skin, they actually show what they are inside by cloaking themselves with their true colors. Because that's what's being expressed underneath what they wear, okay? And what they carry outside of their energetic jackets. So what they give, it's what they give is what they know. So you cannot, this is why people regret treating people disrespectful, because you cannot turn around what you did, because you've done it. And later you find out that you missed an opportunity, or that you took the wrong path, or you made a wrong choice, or you just had a difficult choice and had to make one that you thought was the best, one that you thought was for you. But the earth knows what's for you. You don't always know what's for you. And with that, you don't know what's best for anybody. It is important what I see. It is necessary for our growth. Of course, it is important. Maybe you don't care about what I see. but I care that you see in a way that serves me, in a way that we can all eat from. So whatever you see, I want it to fit what I see. I want it to match somebody's reality in space. I want it to make sense. So if you don't have any sense, the earth can make you sense and see. So if you don't see enough, you can see more. They cannot beat sunlight. It is untouchable. Anyways, our words are only unwritten because we have forgotten who created them. But we can know anything. The words might be unwritten or forgotten, but they are always remembered and felt, which is both timeless, which explains to me that words are timeless and that words are magic spells. So that explains that you can jump timelines using words. So you can change your story in the past with a better story for the future. Because words can change what happened over time. Because it shifts the energy. That is what's being called quantum leaping, okay? I take you anywhere. I do. I take you anywhere, okay? I do. Where I want to take you, where you're meant to be, is your destination. I can just follow what is right in front of me, and your pathway shows itself. My creations are connected to everything I touch. Everything that I do is connected to some soul. It is meant to be found by somebody, is meant to be touched by somebody, is meant to be followed, witnessed, being felt. Something is being connected. Everything I speak about, everything I feel, everything I wear, every idea I have, every action that I want to take, it's all connected to everything I touch and everything I know. Because I cannot go somewhere I don't know unless I let my intuition guide me. Because my intuition already knows what I am touching and it already knows what I am supposed to touch. So if you follow this, then you can only be right. If you take other people to places, only they should know how to take, what to take, and which way to go. You can only be right because you yourself are following what's right. So you don't mislead others. You don't take them a wrong way because you know that you take the right way and you have nobody to leave behind in a bad sense because you bring them something good with respect because you know that you can only do what you are supposed to do. You can't play if you can't do. You cannot play what you cannot do. So you don't play a game you don't know the rules from. If you play if you play the game where you don't know the rules from, you're playing it and you are learning as you are moving. So when you play the game, that's the only way that you get to learn the rules. But if some people are missing the rules, skipping the rules, or messing with the rules, then you still don't really know what the rules are because the rules are being played with. The rules are not being had because the rules are being treated like they don't exist. Or the players act like they are not there. But if you're a real player, you don't. It matters about the game though. If you are a real player and you're meant to play hide and seek, you do it right. If you keep hiding. But with most games, you actually show yourself unless you play it